So let's see. Attendees is 1. Okay, Mr. Berlin is on here. I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes, see if he logs in.
What? What's the last name of the registered dog? Delvecchio. You run Michelle Delvecchio, 62068. That's the operator.
Okay, I'm gonna wait 1 more minute and then we'll start the meeting.
Okay,
I sent him a text, so I'm not sure.
I know they, I have my radio on now. They're out at the breakwater and a diver.
Oh, okay, all right, maybe that's why.
You might have rolled out on that.
Okay, all right, so do you want to start the meeting then?
Yeah, it works.
Okay, I'm going to open the Licensing Commission remote meeting on Tuesday, June 28th, 2022 at 2:34 p.m. Okay, I am going to read the legal language. In accordance to the open meeting law, this meeting is recorded by video and audio in accordance with state open meeting law pursuant to section 20 of chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021. The meeting will be conducted by remote participation. Additionally, all votes taken by the Licensing Commission during this and future remote meetings will be by roll call. If someone is calling in on the phone, they can press *9 to request to speak. If they are watching on a computer or device, there is a raised hand button that can be tapped or pressed to request to speak. Please use either of these devices to be recognized to speak. So at this meeting right now, we are the Chief of Police, the City Clerk, Joanne Sinos, and absent is the Fire Chief, Eric Smith. So I'm going to call the first order of business is the approval of the February 3rd, 2022 meeting minutes. And did you have a chance to look them over, Chief? They look
I did.
okay? Okay, do you want to make a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the April 6, 2022 meeting minutes.
Okay. So we move, I seconded, roll call, Chief Conley,
Yes.
Joanne Sinos, yes. Motion passes 2 in favor, 1 absent. So the next order of business is the request from the Disabled American Veterans to conduct tag days. Chief, I received a phone call today that they wish to withdraw this request. They
Okay.
don't have enough members to conduct the tag days, so they would like to withdraw it.
Okay.
Okay. So the next order of business is request of Evan Berlin for street musician license pursuant to Gloucester Code of Ordinances, Chapter 3 Amusements, Article 2, Section 315, and Section 3-18B3. And so I am going to bring him in to speak.
Hello, how are you? Okay, can you hear me?
You can, if you can speak a little louder, please.
Okay, can you hear me? Is
Yeah,
that better at all? That's the best I can do. Can you hear me? Are you not able to see me?
I cannot see you.
Are you supposed to be able to see me? Because I've never encountered a Zoom meeting like this where I can't be, this is a bizarre forum. It's
Mhm.
okay. I see you two perfectly.
okay, could you hold on for 1 minute?
No problem.
Mr. Rivas is trying to get in, hold on. Can you send Robert Rivas the invitation to the licensing commission meeting?
Testing mic, testing mic, testing mic, test, test, test. Yeah, actually, it's working. Working. Camera's on.
Okay, let's wait a couple of minutes. We have the deputy fire chief trying to log into the meeting.
When the night has come and the
Could you hear that?
Yes, we did.
So my mic's working. Okay.
Joy, I'm just gonna step away for 1 minute.
Okay.
me, stand by me. To tumble and fall. I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear.
Okay, Chief, we're gonna wait a couple of minutes. The, the Assistant Fire Chief is trying to log in and he's having an issue. So I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes. And also I just called the other applicant that's on this request and told them they were having a meeting and they need to appear or call in order for us to approve it.
Okay.
Okay, Chief, we have, I just promoted Robert Rivas into panelist. Here he goes. Can you hear us, Rob?
As quiet as I can. Hi, guys. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Okay, so we apologize for the delay and technical difficulties. Deputy Fire Chief Robert Rivas has joined the meeting at 2:51 PM. So you weren't here for the first two items. I just want to reiterate that on request number 2 for the disabled American veterans to conduct DAG days, they requested a withdrawal of their request because they didn't have enough members to conduct a tag day. So we'll vote on that one. We're waiting for, and we will discuss this now, the request of Evan Boleyn for a street musician license pursuant to Gloucester Code of Ordinances, Chapter 3 Amusements, Article 2, Section 315 and Section 318B3. So,
Sorry,
Mr.
do you mind repeating that one more time slowly, just so I can write that down? I'm terribly sorry. Just the code.
Okay, so it's the Gloucester Code of Ordinances, Chapter 3,
Yep.
Amusements, Article 2, Section 3-15 and Section 3-18B3.
Thank you.
Okay, so could you tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Berlin, and why do you want to be a street performer?
Sure. My name is Evan Byland. I'm 35 years old. Just let me know if you can't hear me. I grew up in Hamilton. I've been living in Magnolia for approximately a year and a half. I'm employed by Mr. Matt Babson at Babson and Company as a public accountant. He's a beautiful man and a wonderful firm up there on Blackburn Drive. I have a bachelor's degree from Middlebury College, where I studied Spanish, history, and music. I played 4 years of football. I was a Spanish teacher for 4 years, a social worker. What else would you like to know? I'm a little bit of an eccentric guy, but I have a heart of gold, and I'm a good person. And to answer your second question, I would like to perform on the street because Mr. Babson gave me a few months off paid because I am not an advanced accountant, so I am not able to execute his tax audits defenses for his clients. So he wants to keep me on staff, but I have a few months off paid. So I've been playing music for like 20 years. I have a neat little ensemble that people seem to enjoy. And I'd just like to be able to bring some of that entertainment to the people of Gloucester and the tourists, general tourists, as they walk up and down Main Street this summer and fall. Thank you.
Okay. Chief, would you like to start off or would you like me to start off?
You go ahead, Joanne.
We have some issues with one of the locations. It's not city property. So I just wanted to go over the locations and the times, if that's okay, or do you want to start off with what you want to ask him?
I mean, I can, doesn't matter to me. I mean, I guess I can start off if you like.
Okay,
Mr. Beelan, it's Beelan, right?
Violent. Yeah, that's fine.
Violent. So I just did a quick kind of check of our in-house computer, and it looks like you had 3¼ pages of interactions with the Gloucester Police Department since the month of March. Is that true? Or am I correct in that?
I would say interactions are correct. Provoked interactions. Interactions would be accurate, yes.
It looks like there's potentially some pending charges against you for some incident that occurred over the Fiesta parade this past weekend.
I'm not aware of any charges during Fiesta. Nothing was brought to my attention.
Well, I don't think it's got to you yet, but it looks like it's coming.
What was the charge?
It looks like it's going to be disorderly conduct.
For what behavior? And why was it not brought to my attention?
I'm just looking at a summary of what, I don't have all the reports, but I see other arrests
Well,
and
that was not brought to my attention by any police.
Well, I see other arrests here and other negative interactions with the police. I mean, a large number of them.
Can you please elaborate more on the disorderly conduct charge, disorderly conduct? I
Well,
was
it's
not even
pending,
talking
so I
about
can't
any,
elaborate more on it. It's pending. I'm just saying it looks like there's open investigation to something that occurred over this weekend that may result in disorderly conduct charge.
okay, and what was the behavior, sir?
I don't know. I'm looking at a summary. As I stated, it's pending, so I'm not sure. I just pulled this up now. This is what I usually do when something comes before the licensing board. It's my role to sort of take a look at their record, at our in-house history of them, and provide any insight I might, positive or negative, to the licensing board.
Okay. Well, I've been nothing but harassed by your police force for a series of events that have been highly abusive and have been manipulative and discriminatory, particularly with my direct neighbor, Officer Andrew Nickel. And I have lawyered up and I am looking into suing your force, especially you. So I don't really appreciate this particular bullshit that you're providing through the Zoom right now. And if you want to vote against me, that's fine, but I don't think you have sole voting power here. But, you know, do what you need to do, dude.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I am going to start with your letter and the locations and the times. So the first one is the base of the Judith Sargent Museum House. So is it going to be like on the sidewalk, because it cannot be on the stairs or on the property because that's owned by a nonprofit?
Yeah, I was hoping to be on the sidewalk, just at the base. Yeah, I can't believe there's a disorderly comment. That is such a load of crap. I'm so furious right now, Conley. You have no fucking idea. I'm gonna be on the base of the base on the street. Yeah.
Okay.
You better lawyer up, buddy.
I'm going to just say one time on behalf of the board here, we're treating you with all the respect. I don't know you personally. I don't know you at all. I've
I
come to
get no
know.
respect. I get no respect. I get no respect in this city.
Okay, but
Absolutely none.
we have a civil, how would you describe it, Joanne? Civil decorum rule here in the city,
Yes.
and you violated it twice already with your language. I'm just going to ask you. We're sitting here. We're willing to listen to your side of the story. You get a chance to speak, but I'm going to ask you to do it in a respectful manner. That's all. Or we can discontinue this.
Okay, so on the next location, that's fine as long as you're on the street on the Judith Sargent Murray Museum on Main Street. The times we will discuss after we discuss the locations, the times that you'll be performing. And the second location, the Cape Ann Savings Bank Park on the corner of Center Street and Main Street next to Mark Adrian Shoes, that is private property. That park is owned by the Cape Ann Savings Bank, and you would need permission in order to sit there and perform with your guitar.
That's fine.
So that you would need permission in order to do that.
Okay.
And then in front of the Menage Gallery on the green bench at Main Street, he granted you permission to play there. The bench is city property, so he can, say that you can play there, but it is city property on that. The times that you want to play, especially in front of the Menage, Saturdays 5 to 10 p.m. That is mixed use down there. It's residential, and we usually do not allow music to go down, to be played till 10 p.m. We usually do like 5 to 8 or maybe dusk, but 10 p.m. is kind of late, and we've never allowed anybody to play up until 10 o'clock when we've issued other street performance licenses. So seeing that, any other questions? Deputy Chief, Fire Chief Robert Rivas, do you have any questions?
Not currently, although if there's pending charges, I'd be curious to know, a little more insight on that, but
Yeah, me too.
because
Respectfully.
I understand, Chief, that you haven't had a chance to review them or they're not out yet, but I don't know if we want to.
It looks like what's being alleged is that the applicant caused a disturbance during the parade particularly involving Mayor Verger. It spit at some point in time or multiple times. I don't have the details on that. But it rose to a level enough that looks like this disorderly conduct charges should be
That's disorderly
think to be
conduct?
pursued.
Is that disorderly conduct? Just
Well,
curious.
that's gonna be for judges and our clerk to decide, Evan, you know that.
I mean,
There's been, I mean, like I said, there's 3.25 pages of interactions with the Gloucester Police Department since March of this year.
yeah, because it's retaliatory, it's defensive, sir. I'm harassed by you guys. Harassed. I'm harassed. You toss me into psych hospitals for no legitimate reason. None. I simply defend myself respectfully.
Okay,
I always defend myself and I just get abused and harassed. And then you violated your forces violated my witness protection rights over and over again. John Blodgett's supposed witness protection rights. I was nothing but abused and harassed and stalked, threatened. And then I'm the one who gets charged with things. It's bogus, but you know, it's not your fault directly. Although I don't know how much you're involved. I have no idea. I defend myself. That's all I do. But that's not for this conversation.
What is the will of this commission? Whether to vote on this or whether to continue it to another meeting that we would set up? Chief?
I mean, from my standpoint, I'm willing to vote on it now, but if you and Assistant Chief Rivas would need some more time to kind of see how this all works out, then I'm certainly open to that as well.
The giant fiesta parade, disorderly conduct going on all over the place. Give me a break.
We're you like just going to decide on your street performer license right now.
Please, that's
So,
fine. Just ruin my day. I keep ruining my day, Conley. All right.
Okay. So Deputy Chief, what would you like to do?
At this point, I would have to vote. I would have to vote no until we had more information on what the current charges are.
Okay. Okay, so I would agree. I think some things need to be resolved before we issue a street performer license. It is public interacting with the public, so that's my feeling on this. So
I shall have you all know respectfully that down here in Magnolia, there are a lot of signs. People, I was simply making my perspective. There's a lot of red signs. Why don't you come down here and check it out? Everyone here is rebelling against Verga because he's holding hostage our peer. So I live in Magnolia. There's a reason for it. I did not open my mouth, not once. I stood next to him about 5 feet away. I crossed my arms. I spit on the ground twice. I didn't say one thing. I was simply rebelling against the Magnolia Pier situation down here, which other people have signs, public signs. And if that's disorderly conduct, then shame on you, Conley, and shame on your police force. You let me know when you want to revisit this issue. Goodbye.
okay. So we would like to make a motion.
Let's take a vote.
Oh, yes. Okay, so Chief, would you like to make a motion?
So in this circumstance, Joanne, would I make the motion
Yeah,
as I would vote on it?
yes.
So I motion at this time that the licensing board deny the application for Mr. Evan B. Lynn street music license pursuant to Gloucester Code of Ordinances, Chapter 3, Amusements, Article 2, Section 3-15 and Section 3-18, small letter B and 3.
Okay, so I think according to the ordinance, we might have to say why we denied it. Hold on.
So should I add to the motion that I recommend that the board vote no on his application pursuant to his negative interactions with the Gloucester Police Department, particularly the number of negative interactions he's had since the month of March 2022. And as I stated, in our in-house record keeping system, there are 3.25 pages of interactions. And I count just at a quick look, at least 10 since the beginning of this month into May, through June into May, have been negative in nature. I can't I don't want to go in on this public meeting and say what they
Nope.
are.
No,
Right.
Because I think there's some core considerations there, and certainly out of respect for his rights to not have that in a public setting. But I'm
No.
happy to share these documents as much as I can with the board.
okay. The commission, because it says you can put conditions may only relate to the compliance with the applicable laws, ordinances, or to the public safety, health, or order or steps to require to guard against creation of nuisance. So you can do the motion in accordance with 316B to deny it.
So I guess my motion would be pursuant to that. to
Okay.
deny.
All right. So I need a second.
I second that.
Okay, roll call vote. Chief Conley?
Yes. On my motion to deny.
Okay, okay. Robert Rivas?
Likewise, that's a yes.
Okay, and I vote yes to deny based on what Chief Conley's motion is. Okay, so the third order of is the motion fails, so we denied his application. The third order of business, and the applicant is not here, is for a street performer license also. The Last Stop Variety for Daniel Egger and for his band Tricycle. And he showed us a map, and the map that we have, he kind of penciled where the band was going to be. But I'm not comfortable voting on this to approve him until he's before us to answer questions. We had to provide a map because I spoke to the building inspector about this, where he was going to set up this band to make sure it wasn't on private property, and also where there was a narrow little entrance between residences there. He was concerned that maybe he wouldn't be able to set up there. So that's why the site map was submitted. But since he's not here, I'd rather have him come to another meeting and answer our questions. I don't know if both of you agree to that with that.
I agree with you 100%.
I agree
Okay.
to.
All right, so there being no further business, motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting of the licensing board.
Okay, and
Second.
seconded by
Licensing commission.
Deputy Chief, roll call vote, Ed Conley,
Yes.
Robert Rivas,
Yes.
Joanne Sinos, yes, we are adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Joanne. Good luck.
Take care.
Yeah.
Chief.